Hey there, we are the Study Buddies. In today's mathematics section video, we'll be looking at the multiplication of polynomials. So this is actually a continuation of what we learned in our previous video on polynomials. So multiplication of polynomials is almost the same as how we multiplied quadratic equations before this, but now the thing is that it moves in much complex, where we have degrees of 3, 4, 5 and 6 together in our equation. So let's start off with the basics. So let's say our first example is 2 times power 3, 2 times 3x. So how do we solve this? It's very simple. We are just going to multiply 2 and 3 together. Since there's no x outside there, so the x is going to remain the same. And now we are just going to multiply 2 and 3, and therefore we are going to get 6x. So now let's move to our second example. So let's say we have a question of 2x times with 3x. So how do we solve this? First, we have to multiply the numbers. So when multiplying the numbers 2 times 3, we are going to get 6, and multiplying the coefficients x times x, we are going to get x squared. So therefore the answer for this is going to be 6x squared. I know this is kind of basic, but I'm just going from the beginning itself. So next example, let's say we have 2x times with 3x plus 1. So how do we solve this? We have to multiply 2x with 1 by 1 with both the numbers present here. So let's say if there's 3 numbers here, we have to multiply with all 3 numbers. So 2x times 3x, we are going to get 6x squared, and 2x times 1 is so obvious, we are going to get 2x. Okay, so let's say we expand more. Let's say I expand this more into 2x plus 5 and 3x plus 1. Okay, so when we expand this, now it gets a bit complicated for some of you, and what we have to do is that we have to multiply 2x to both the numbers first. Then after multiplying that, we have to multiply 5 with both the numbers again. Okay, so let's start off with 2x first. So 2x times 3x, we are going to get 6x squared. 2x times 1, we are going to get a positive 2x. 5 times 3x, we are going to get 15x. 5 times 1, we are going to get 5. So once we get this kind of an equation, you cannot just leave the answer like that, because we see there are 2 numbers with the same coefficient which are not added up together. So what we do is that we add up these both numbers. So therefore we are going to get 6x squared plus 17x plus 5. So this is how we solve multiplications involving this. So now let's move a little one step higher, where we're going to multiply complex polynomials. So now let's take a look at this example. We have 2x power 3 plus 3x squared plus 3x plus 2 whole equation multiply with 2x plus 5. So it's exactly the same method of how we solved the previous example, example number 4, where we multiplied this number to 1 by 1. So now what we are going to do, you can either do it from this equation or you can do it from this equation, but I'll prefer doing from this because this is much simpler. So now what we are going to do, first we are going to take 2x and multiply with all the 4 numbers, and after we multiply with all the 4 numbers, we are going to take 5 and multiply with all the 4 numbers. Okay, so let's begin. So 2x times with 2x cubed, we are going to get 4x to the power of 4 plus 2x times 3x squared, we are going to get 6x to the power of cube plus 2x times 3x, we are going to get 6x squared, and for this we are going to get 4x. So since we have multiplied the first part, now we are going to move on to the second part. So 5 times 2x cubed, we are going to get 10x cubed plus with 15x squared, 5 times 3, 15x squared plus 15x plus with 10. Sorry, I have not enough space over there. Okay, so once we have write it down like this, as what we did for all our previous examples, we are just going to add up according to its coefficients. So x to the power of 4. Are there any other numbers with an x power 4? No. So since there's no numbers with x power 4, we can just immediately list it down over here. So plus x cube, 6x cube, no, and we have another x cube over here, and after that we do not have any other numbers. So it's going to be 6x cube plus 10x cube, which means it's going to be 6 plus 10x cube, then followed by x square, 6x square plus 15x square, 6 plus 15x square plus with 4x plus 15x. So we are going to get 4 plus 15x plus with 10, because 10 has there are no other values with x to the power of 0, so therefore we just write down 10 directly. Okay, so now we're going to solve this and we'll get the answer. So let's move to another much complex example and see how to solve that question. So now let's look at this example. So we have two equations. One is a power of 3 equation, another one has a degree of 4. So now we have to multiply this whole thing into a single answer. So how do we do this? It's exactly the same as before, but now it's much more complicated because there's more numbers. So first we are going to take 2x cube, multiply with all the 5 numbers here, followed by 3x square, multiply with all the 5 numbers, negative 3x, multiply with all the 5, and 2 multiply with all the 5. So let's begin. So 2x cube times with 3x power 4, we are going to get 6 to the x to the power of 7, plus with 2 times 4, we are going to get 8x power 6, plus with 2 times 5, we are going to get negative 10x to the power of 5, then minus 2, 4, 8x to the power of 4, minus 6x to the power of 3. Okay, so we finished our first one. Now we are going to move to 3x square, multiply with all the 5. So 3x square times with 3x to the power of 4, you are going to get 9x to the power of 6. 3x square times 4x cube, you are going to get 12x to the power of 5. 3x square times negative 5x square, we are going to get negative 15x to the power of 4. 3x square times negative 4x, we are going to get negative 12x cube. I'll continue over here. 3x square times negative 4x, we are going to get negative 12x cube, followed by 3x square times with negative 3, we are going to get negative 9x square. So we have obtained another 5 values after you multiply 3x square with everything. So now let's resume with negative 3x, multiply with all the values. So negative 9x to the power of 5 minus 12x to the power of 4 plus 15x cube plus 3, 4, 12x square plus 9x, and lastly to multiply everything, we are going to get 6x to the power of 4 plus 8x to the power of 3 minus 10x square minus 8x minus 6. So this is the whole equation for the multiplication of this and this. So now what we are going to do is same as what we did for previous questions. We are going to split it according to its coefficients. So 6x to the power of 7. So are there any other numbers with 7? So I think that's no. So we're just going to write 6x to the power of 7 plus with 8x power of 6. So 8x power of 6 we have 1, 2, only 2 values. So 8x power of 6 plus 9x power of 6, we are going to get 8 plus 9x to the power of 6, then followed by x to the power of 5. So x to the power of 5 we have 1, 2, 3, so 3. So we are just going to take negative 10 x power 5 plus 12 x to the power of 5 minus 9 close bracket x to the power of 5, followed by x to the power of 4. We are going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 values. So we are going to write everything into one bracket. So this is negative 8 minus 15 minus 12 plus 6 to the power of x to the power of 4. Okay, and followed by x to the power of 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4. So it's going to be negative 6 minus 12 plus 15 plus 8 x to the power of 3. So now x square. So x square, it starts over here. So negative 9x square plus 12x square minus 10x square, we're going to get negative 9 plus 12 minus 10x square, followed by x, which is 9x minus 8x, 9 minus 8x minus 6. So as you notice, there's only one number with no coefficients, which is negative 6. So once you have sorted out everything into this way, now we're just going to solve and get the whole answer. So 6x to the power of 7, 8 plus 9 is going to be 17x power 6. Then negative 10 plus 12, you're going to get positive 2 minus 9 is going to be negative 7x to the power of 5. Negative 8 minus 15 minus 12 plus 6, you're going to get negative 29 x to the power of 4, plus with negative 6 minus 12 plus 15 plus 8, we are going to get 5x cubed. And then for this, we are going to get negative 19 plus 12, it's going to be negative 7x square. 9 minus 8 is going to be x minus 6. So this is how complicated this kind of questions can get. It may even go to x to the power of 10 at times, but for now, for our video, I'm just going to use this x to the power of 7 example. So when you solve this kind of questions, make sure you're not doing careless mistake, and make sure you are looking carefully at each and every number, and after you do, make sure you check your answer before you submit. And so that's all for this video, guys. If you like this video, do like this video, comment if you have any doubts, share this video to your friends, and don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon. That's all for today. Thank you, take care, goodbye.